Hello and welcome to the Mass Effect 2 speedrun tutorial for New Game Plus DLC. It's all categories are very similar to each other, except the middle part of the game. We play as a Vanguard with Heavy Reeve as our squad ability, and we are max leveled in everything, but only level 12. We're only level 12 because we use a glitch to max out our squad points and then import it, and level 12 is the lowest you can be at the start of the game. We are low level because we want enemies' health scale with your level, and weapons doesn't scale with level at all, so the lower level you are, the faster you will kill enemies. Okay, so let's start. We start the timer as soon as we move. So start timer, go pick up your armor, go into cover, reload, go over the cover, and here's the first thing we do is an AC charge. AC charge stands for animation cancel charge. You do it by just charging to an enemy with a heavy charge, and then you press escape and escape again. It's pretty simple, and it saves like around a second every time you do it. And that's like the biggest trick you do on Lazarus. Okay. So another important thing is to rebind your weapon switch keys to something else that you're comfortable with, except since we use the scroll wheel to keep dialogue fast. So I have switched it to Y and H. So pick up the grenade launcher, switch, aim, shoot, and hopefully get all mechs. Run and then stop and run again. It's the most consistent way to get through. Put on your weapon ammo. Okay, here you can do a couple of things. Most of the time I use just shoot them from 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can like put a heavy shockwave in this direction here. It's like different strats you can do. I'm just gonna do the normal strats of shooting them. Then go through there, shoot one, then flick over, use a throw. And if you do it fast enough, there will not spawn another guy. Okay. Here it's important to not go through the door. Just stand outside the door and do charge. Wilson, we just talk. Take the medial, use medial. Okay, here's the important part. Do hold down shift as soon as possible as you end the conversation. Do Wilson's overload on the boxes. And if you do it fast enough, none of the mechs will die. You don't want them to die because then you can charge earlier to the next mechs. Because you're still in combat. So just keep running. And you'll notice that the mechs here is already up. Charge to that guy, then when you're up here, switch back to the grenade launcher and shoot. And you get everybody. Sometimes you don't get them, and it sucks, but what can you do about it? Then there's not much else to do with this mission. Just talk to Lucy Man and then end. I split as soon as I come to the mission screen. Okay, so on Freedom's Progress we start by switching your weapon to the assault rifle, equip overload, and this is a trick you can do right here, is the first part of the elevation glitch. You can just run through this part around, but what we do is you line up like through your flat against the surface, then a little angle to the right, a bit more, yeah. Then you elevate up here, then go onto this rail, go a bit to the right, and then if you aim down, look down here, you just sprint off and you fall down, and it's a bit faster than just running around. Okay, here you want to shoot the Loki mech a bit, then overload, then just kill this Loki mech, charge up, and if you do it fast enough, you can just run past the dogs. Then just kill these two mechs. Okay, important here is to line up and not get stuck. You want to use overload on both the drones. Then you want to open the door, kill this drone, heavy rev on that, and then kill the drone on top. Important here is to put Miranda and Jacob down here, so they start moving, and then put them down here. So heavy rev is really good to kill drones. That's a big reason why we even use it in the speedrun. Then you just put Miranda and Jacob. Switch your grenade launcher. Okay, here you want to put overload and shoot a grenade on the Ymir mech. But because I already missed a grenade earlier, I don't have one. So I'm just gonna overload, and the one trick that not a lot of other people do here is you put Jacob and Miranda around here, so the mech doesn't go too far, because sometimes the mech goes over here or very far to where you are. So just put them over there, overload, run over here, pick up heavy weapons ammo, get close, and then just shoot, and because... There we go, it's dead. Do the renegade option, then skip dialogue until you get to a choice part. Here you want to pick the Paragon option. It's the fastest one if you don't have a free scrolling mouse, and I think it's still faster if you have a free scrolling mouse. And split there on the mission screen. Because it's dialogue there, you just mash. Then go to the galaxy map and go straight to Omega. Pick Miranda, Jacob, because they're the only one you can pick. Press escape, and here you switch to the Maddock heavy rifle. It's not really important for Morden's mission, but it's more for Garrus later. You pick up Said. Picking up Said is faster than doing Samara, so that's why we pick up Said. It's pretty simple. Now we talk to Bobby. At this conversation, I like to mash spacebar and move my mouse slightly up. Because the first option you're stuck on is goodbye. I'm gonna show you the Paragon option here. Doesn't really matter who you pick here. Just press escape, go out, and you can start buffer running as soon as you are in the black screen. Switch to the medic, put on your ammo, and here's another elevation. It's not needed because it's only saved like a second, but you stand here, line up like flat to the surface now, then a bit to the right, and up I go. Okay, so this mission is mostly running and AC charges. Okay, here you want to charge to the right enemy, and don't do an AC charge, because if you do an AC charge you will levitate and lose time. The charge, overload the barrel. Okay, an important part is run through this arch right here. Then pick up, I'm gonna do a safety charge. Pick up the assault rifle. Oh, I did it too slow. Or not, it opened anyway, okay. So that door opens there faster if you go to the arch and just run. Oh, this is bad. If you're unlucky like that, you will get a bit stun locked, and it's better to do a safety charge. Okay, so this part is a bit different than it was before, and it involves more levitation glitches. So we're not gonna talk to Mordin, we're gonna pick up the power cells here for later. The safe strat is to talk to Mordin, of course, and if you're not comfortable with doing this skip, then just talk to Mordin. So once again, you line up flat and just walk. Yeah, control walk and strafe. And then you get here. Just go through that pillar there, and then you're gonna run in like this angle, I think, yeah. Then you get up here, then you do another one on this crutch or bed, and line up with this line right here, and run. Then you don't have to do the whole morning part. Then AC charge to this guy. Just run to the stairs. Then charge to the next guy up here. Sometimes there's a flamethrower guy in this part, and I usually just warp him so he doesn't stun lock you with his flamethrower. Here it's faster to run the upper part and charge to the ward just down here as soon as possible. Sometimes you get it faster, sometimes you don't. Charge the enemies here, and then just run past to the fans part. Mash roll wheel. charge to the right guy. Then activate the power startup. Then charge to the enemies right here. If you're lucky, you will get a spawn in this room. Otherwise, you just have to run. Like, yeah. I got a semi-spawn or whatever, a bit late. So I got a charge. Then you can... Sometimes you can charge up to these guys, if you're lucky. Run across. If you get way too low on health and are afraid, you can always just reave or charge the enemy to stay alive. And that's Mordin's mission. And split. Here you take the Paragon option.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. We're going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solis. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
Yeah. So now we get the first upgrades of the... and last. Get the assault rifle damage and heavy weapons ammo. The heavy weapons ammo we picked up on Freedom's Progress on the after the Emer mech, and the assault we picked up on Mordin. Take Miranda and Mordin, aka Miranda. You're not gonna switch anything here, so just press escape twice. Then we talk to Arya. Arya can softlock, because sometimes she doesn't want to talk to you, and usually that's a reset. But because this is a tutorial, I'll make a safety save. Okay, there you scroll. Now I mash spacebar. Take the top option, the top left option, because otherwise you have to talk to Arya again. Pick the Paragon option here. And now you just run, run to the Luzon's Merc to start Gary's mission.
Come on, let me in.
Pick Miranda again and escape twice. That's what you're mostly gonna do until you get to Grunt.
Shepard, I've scanned the area, but I am unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower.
So on this mission we just run straight to the trigger to start the mission. Because weakening or anything like that doesn't really do anything except the one that actually triggers. Yeah, Kafka's is assistant. So here you pick the Renegade option.
Gotta get her back to 100% before Tarek decides he needs her again.
Archangel is in trouble. Not much time.
Well, let's not wait around too long.
And this is an unskippable cutscene.
Come on, we'll give these guys a surprise of our own.
Okay. So here, just run with the mercs instead of killing them. Put overload on this bomb right here. That kills them. And then charge up to this guy. Put incinerate on him. And kill the two rest of them. And that should be it. Sometimes that guy in the stairs doesn't spawn. but most of the time it does for me at the moment.
We better get ready. I'll stay up here. I can
Okay.
do a lot of damage.
So this part is a bit complicated because we're gonna manipulate the game now. I'm gonna pause a little. So the plan here is to skip a bunch of waves, because killing a bunch of waves is kind of boring. So we're gonna make sure that Miranda and Mordin stands about here. Then we're gonna charge down on the mechs, kill all mechs, and run back to the base. Then we're gonna wait. So Miranda Mordin there.
Can't get a lock.
Charge down. Kill mechs. Okay, now run. Make sure Miranda and Mordin stands in this corner over here. Pretty important. Just vault over. Then stand here. Now we're gonna wait for Garrus to say the line, Eclipse Mercs has entered the base. And this is one of the reasons why I'm showing the timer in this tutorial. So when Eclipse Mercs has entered the base, that line comes up. It's also going to be subtitles around here. You wait 10 to 11 seconds, depending how risky you want to be, to kill anyone. After 10 to 11 seconds, you kill all the mercs that has entered the base, and that should skip to the mech fight.
Eclipse mercs have made it
So now we wait. It was like 03. So we wait to 23:13. Now we kill mercs. And that should have done it, yep. Okay, so here, kill the mech as fast as possible in this category. You put overload and rev on the mech as soon as you can target it. Then shoot it until it loses its shields. Put incinerate. Then kill it, and then make sure that Miranda Mordin stands there. Then you kill the troopers and stuff until the mini-boss spawn. And there is... oh shit. Miranda died. And then I put... okay, so what I did there is make sure that you put overload on the mini-boss, and then just incinerate it afterwards and run back up.
Good luck.
And that should always kill him if you put Miranda and Mordin in the middle of the bridge. Okay. So now we run down for the shutters. The shutters you don't really have to protect at all. So this one you don't have to do anything, so you can just like pick up some medial, chill in the corner, and just wait at this door. Then charge to the left guy here. Jump over. Get over here. Charge back. And the last shutter is pretty easy. Open door. Charge this guy in the back. Start closing the door. Incinerate the Varan. And then you can just sit here and dance, because this Krogan doesn't like actually want to close the door. buffer scroll wheel, then charge in, put warp, incinerate, and then just kill this. Charge up to the Bloodpack Warrior. And now I should be able to talk to Garrus. Yep.
Thanks. I think you're right. Tarek's got the toughest group, but nothing we haven't faced before. Besides, he won't be expecting us to meet him head on.
Heads up!
Damn it! I thought I took that thing out already.
Okay. So here you have to make sure to not kill Yantha too fast. Make sure that the Harrier goes back behind the building. And if you do that, it shouldn't soft lock. Because it has to shoot the missiles before the other guys can spawn down here. So I like to stand here and charge down to this guy. Just make sure to kill all three of them. So now you just wait for a bunch of mercs coming in, and it's gonna come 2 shield guys. When you kill the second guy with the shield, you're gonna switch back to your grenade launcher. So switch, buff a scroll, and then just kill the Harrier. And here, the next split.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
So make sure not to dock again. Go straight to the mass relay, and Yak is straight to the left. When you go into stuff, you don't have to press enter orbit, you can just double click the icons. Pick Miranda and escape twice.
Nothing goes wrong.
A bit of dialogue in the beginning.
Suppose escape attempts are minimal in number.
So this mission is nothing special. It has a soft lock now in the beginning, which kinda sucks. But otherwise it's just doing optimal charges and, well, yeah, and movement. So yeah, this door right here, sometimes it soft locks. If it soft locks, then you don't pull out a weapon and you can just reload. So charge to the shield guy, run past the doggies, and charge to the technician. And kill the technician, because otherwise you can't access the terminal. Important here is to pick up the power cells in all three. All 3 power cells is really important for Grunt.
Sectors 7, 9, and 11 have lost life support. No survivors.
I like to charge down here and kill these 2, even 3 guys. Overload him. Charge when shoots this missile. Incinerate when the shield's gone. Make sure not to headshot him. Then shoot that guy, and that should open the door. Run up here. Charge to this guy. Save a bit of sprint here, and then charge to the Emir mech. Oh, I didn't save any sprint. Kinda sucks, but I got lucky. Pick up those power cells. Run up the right ramp to this point right here, where you can see. So now you can see all 3 pillars from one spot. And it looks like I'm having maybe luck with the boss also. We need 3 shots with the Maddock on each one of these. Yeah, and kill a boss is the same procedure. The procedure is overload, then incinerate, and then you should be dead by your shots. One thing to note is when you exit dialogue and stuff every time you enter the ship, don't hold W.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private.
Sometimes you just run in the opposite direction. So it's just better to wait most of the time instead of gambling on it. So pick Miranda again. Press escape once this time, and now we're gonna switch weapon. Switch from a grenade launcher to the cane. I like to not put on my incendiary ammo here because of one fight we're gonna do. Charge to the middle guy in the back. And then just talk with this guy as fast as possible, because if you run past him, the conversation is gonna start anyway.
Wrong move.
Do the renegade option. And here it's just running as optimal as possible. Unless you like get actual stuck on something, and the mercs won't kill you. Okay, so incinerate the enemies right here. And they both should die. Then here we go. Kill those 4 guys. Okay, keep bit to the left here. And then charge down to Merc as soon as possible. Run on the left side. And then look for the Krogan here. Which is a really nice charge. Okay, so here comes the first node puzzle of the run. So I can't really explain this. Like, you can see the lines a bit. So you kind of just have to practice them on your own time to like understand them. Okay, so kill this guy, keep to the right here. And then if you can't charge at this guy, you want to kill these guys. Because then this door opens and you can just charge to these. Otherwise you can sometimes charge to the left guy. Okay, I'm just gonna pause a little. You can charge sometimes to the left guy, and that's faster, but the backup strategy is to kill them. So that's why you save incinerate there. Okay, so we're gonna run here right now. And charge to one of these 2 enemies right here. Then come here, charge either the 2 of them, whichever one works in your game. Okay, so here it's faster to go to the right. And then charge to one of the shielded guys in the back. And that's the whole charging part of this mission. Then talk to Look here. Run towards the door and switch to your cane while opening the door. Okay, so here you can start charging the cane before even opening the door. You can charge around here as like what should you call it, like to be as fast as possible, but like I would suggest you people that try just start at the end of the stairs, start charging the cane and start charging. Aim towards the boss and the mech, and then everything should just die. Then that's the end of the mission. So now we do the patent pending loop. Just want to run past Kelly, because the elusive man wants to talk to us.
Shepard, I think we have them. Horizon, one of our colonies in the Terminus systems, just went silent. This is the most warning we've ever had, Shepard. Good luck.
Joker, set a course for Horizon. I've got to go see the professor.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, so pick Miranda here. I just escape twice and scroll. There's a little cutscene there. Take out your sprint,
You sure these armor upgrades will protect
then
us through
switch
this one?
to your Maddock and run and charge to this collector right here.
We're on our own now.
Keep running until you can charge the husk. Run to the husk.
Husks?
Yes, sir. Just like freedom's progress.
And here you want to charge to this guy. The buried up collector. Run past. And here it's really important that you pick up the particle beam. It will reset your ammo count for your heavy weapons, and you're gonna need it for the end of the mission. So here we're gonna do a little strat, or whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna charge this collector guardian, warp, incinerate, run to this point. Okay, put Miranda more in here. That's gonna cover up so the Harbinger doesn't shoot you while you're doing the bypass on the wall. Then run, hold to the right, start a bypass. And if you're unlucky, that doesn't work. Then you usually only have to kill the Harbinger. Sometimes more. Okay, here there's a weapons locker. You're gonna go there, switch the particle beam to the cane. Okay, so look to the right here. Charge the collector guardian with a barrier. Warp incinerate to kill both of them. Run up the ridge. Then kill this collector right here. And then nothing can interrupt you while doing the bypass. Okay, so here we want to put heavy reef on the first scion and then on the second scion too. Kill them. Make sure to maybe kill some of the husk here. And then put Miranda Morden here as a human shield. And then you have to do the worst part of the game, which is hacks.
Normandy.
Going to cover.
Okay, I'm gonna try to explain this fight as slow as possible because I've made this fight quite optimal by now. So first we want to put Miranda and Mordin over here.
Understood.
Then this collector right here is gonna come down. You wanna kill him before he lands, which isn't too hard.
Simple enough.
Okay, then you're gonna charge to this collector that's coming in. Kill him. Turn around. There's gonna come a collector right here. Kill him. Kill this collector here fast. And then charge to this collector. There's gonna be two right here. Gonna kill both of them as fast as possible. The warp one. Then there we go. Warp incinerate as usual. Kill stuff faster. That's pretty much how optimal you can do that fight. Okay, so put Miranda and Morden over here.
Doubtful that enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
Then stand in this corner and wait. And aim about here. And then wait a little and then do shockwave. That should kill everybody of the husk, but I fucked up. Then kill the Harbinger.
Guess we got their attention.
And kill all collectors in a straight line. That's my favorite. Switch to the cane and wait. And
Get ready.
maybe a mash scroll wheel. Whatever you want to do. Okay, so here we're gonna charge up the cane and aim at the hacking or like the bypass station. Because it's more consistent to shoot the cane here than aiming it on the Pythorian.
Edie, we need that system online.
A new one. Whatever.
Well, it's actually 100% consistent. And that's the end of that mission, so just scroll past all dialogue and then split.
Sure.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk to Jacob. You talk to Jacob to get a star map, pretty much. And that's why I call that split Screw Jacob. Then go down to engineering. So this dialogue is a bit interesting. So you just make your scroll wheel spin or whatever you have as a mouse and mash left click at the same time. It actually makes the dialogue go faster. Now go back to the bridge and we're gonna go to Tally's mission now. Only reason why Tally is faster
You received a new message at your private.
than picking up Kazumi is because of more loading screens, and you can't do all some of the N7 missions that are faster. So I split as soon as I press the land button here. Okay, so Tally is, well, not easy unless you're really good at the levitation glitch. So this is the biggest out of bounds in the game, and well, if you already have a problem with levitation glitches, then this mission is not gonna be fun for you. So just keep to the whatever I would call this. Just keep to the left here and run up. That will launch you up in the air. Then just run straight to around here. On top on where I'm pretty much running. Go a couple of steps to the left. And then start running. There you go. Now I'm on the other side of the wall without even having to open it, which is pretty nice. This also despawns all enemies. So now we just keep running. You could just complete the mission normally by now, but that's no fun. So I'm gonna show you guys some sort of consistent setups here. So you stand around at where I'm standing right now, aim at the sun, and control walk up. And then you get up on here. This one is like the earlier ones. You just stand flat to it and go a bit to the right, and you should be launched. Here, you just go to the left side of this. As soon as you go past this, you start going slightly to the right. Because if you fall down here, you're stuck. And you don't want that. It's faster to go down here because you don't get the fall damage animation. Okay, so here it's like the previous one. You stand a bit flat and just crouch walk. And you're up on here. Okay, this is the harder one. The setup is stand on the edge here, aim at the sun, and just control walk to the right. And you should be launched up. Okay, so now we're up here. Just click straight into the wall and run. Then you get to this. Then you look to the left, or you look so you see this part. Run forward to make sure to not run too far. Go past here. Then there's a little corner here that you can't see. I find this easier for if you don't know levitation glitches. You can aim at this little like a hole or whatever. Aim at that and then just strafe walk to the left and you get up. And then you can fall down here. And now you're done with the tally skip. Okay. So the Guest Destroyer Prime here. You just charge, start running as soon as possible, and run a bit to the left so you get in cover. The Geth Prime can kill you if you're uncareful. Okay. Activate, run down, talk to Kagar. You want to take the Renegade option here. Wait a little and then try to charge. Sometimes this takes a couple of tries. Just make sure you're not in cover when doing it. Seems to be more consistent when not in cover. Run to the right. Start charging up the cane. Stand in cover and aim at the wall. That should kill everything.
Just a second. I locked the door to keep more gas from getting inside.
There we go. Then you just talk to Tali
Download.
and you're done with the mission.
Thank you,
It looks
Okay, so now we do the first N7 mission.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
And that is in the... Okay, I got tabbed out. That is in the Rosetta Nebula. Or you can just read the one that says Help Jacob. But we're not gonna help Jacob, we're gonna go to the left here. To this planet over here that is called Joab, I think. Yeah, Joab. And you start the scanner and it's up. Well, I like to call that, I guess, 10 o'clock.
Probe launched.
All the scans are at the same place. So you can memorize them. Take Miranda. Charge to the Blue Sun's Legionnaire as soon as possible. Open the door. Charge the guy over here. Run up. Sometimes there's some guys spawning here so that you can charge to. Okay, so important here is not to do an AC charge. So normal charge, then on this guy you do warp incinerate. And both should die and you can just run to the door. And that's this N7 mission. Okay, now we take the second N7 mission, which is here, Eagle Nebula. Right above the Citadel and helping Said and Ilium. So now we're traveling for the first time to go to Amun. And it's the first planet right here that is called Nice. And it's around... Doesn't matter who you choose here. This is pretty much a running simulator mission. So, fastest way to get up to the signal transmitter is to vaulting up. Then just go back down, charge the first mech you see. And then charge the Ymir mech when you see him. And run back. Hopefully it doesn't shoot the missile. But he did. Most times he do. Okay, so next mission is an out-of-bound mission. I will explain it soon. First I'm gonna explain that it's important which way you're entering the galaxy. So you wanna enter around this kind of angle, and then you're at the mass relay as fast as possible. Next system is Hourglass Nebula. It hides behind Ilium's nameplate. I think because I wasted fuel now, I have to fuel below. Okay, enter, exit. So we're gonna go to Plotari first, and then we're gonna go to Faraya. And this is also the reason why it's faster to take Tali than Kazumi. So this is the planet you want to go to? Into? It's pretty far to the left. The scanner mark.
I have found something.
Okay. So run to here. Levitation glitch up on this ledge. Run straight here until you fall. There you go. Then you have to run straight.
Disturbing the wreck could cause it to become unbalanced and fall over the cliff's edge.
Then when you come, here's a wall. Just strafe off there. Now run to the left to this corner. Now you're levitated up here. Go here, here. Just go straight forward here. Then you're at the point where you can't go any further. Then you just go to the right, forward, and then left. Now you are at the point where you can fall down correctly. So now you just hold W and A and sprint. So now I'm down here. Just have to make sure I don't fall. And now I only have to find the button. Okay, so next mission is Faraya.
Only half our fuel remains.
So just go directly to that system. And it's this planet right here, next to the sun.
I have detected an anomaly. Launching probe. I have found something.
So it doesn't matter who you pick. The most important part is to switch to the cane. We already have the cane. Just run forward, start charging it, and then aim down here. If you just aim straight to them, you're gonna miss most of the time. Okay, so now that we've done all missions required, we can just run straight back to the conference room or com room. Briefing room? Yeah, I don't know. Pick Miranda. Then it's important that you switch the cane to the collector particle beam. You get another chance to switch it up ahead, where you get a new weapon and everything in your casual playthrough. There's a weapons locker up there, but I think it's better to just do it directly. A good point to probably point out is your heavy weapons ammo just got replenished for no real big reason. It seems to be a new game plus thing.
Too many.
I detect no signs of life in the pod, Shepard. It is probable the victims inside died when the ship lost primary power.
But the reason why we're using the collector particle beam on this mission instead of the cane is because we don't have enough ammo for the cane for the Reaper IFF directly after. And the ammo you can have at a minimum to do the Reaper IFF is 300 particle beam ammo or 375. The difference is if you have 375, you pick up 2 ammo boxes on the Reaper IFF. If you have 300, you have to pick up all 3.
Not if we stop them.
On New Game, the count is a bit different because you pick up 3 heavy weapons ammo.
Edie?
Connection reestablished. I need to finish the download before I can override any system.
So here, it's pretty much kill all waves as fast as possible. Not much strategy to it.
41% complete.
Come on, Edie. Speed it up.
It's always nice if it drops some extra ammo because you're gonna run out pretty fast here.
Assuming control.
Can't reach the target.
Focus on Shepard. Cannot stop us.
84%.
Edie, get us out of here.
I am simultaneously fighting collector firewalls in over 8,000 nodes. I am tasked to capacity.
Yeah, there we go. I'll stand here. Doesn't matter which option you pick there. We're gonna switch our weapon here when we fall down. It can save time if you do it correctly, but most of the time it doesn't.
Take the door on your right.
Okay, so we're gonna charge to the guy upcoming where I'm aiming right now. You can get unlucky or lucky with the AC charge on that guy, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so on this fight here, run down.
Opening a door on the far side of the room.
Make sure the Praetorian is in its hibernation state. Shockwave these guys. Make sure that Miranda and Morden lives most of this fight. Okay, then pick up some of your power souls back here. Seems like I have to pick up more ammo.
Edie, we've got a problem here.
A temporary setback on firewall
So because I went under 375, I have to use
164.
pick up 3 heavy weapons ammo boxes on
The opposite wall. I
the
will
Reaper IFF.
Where we boarded. We must be getting close to the end.
Can't get a lock.
Charge this guy. Then wait for the Scion until you can charge here, because otherwise the Scion would probably knock you back. And it's safer to do it this way. When you come up here, you want to charge one of the husks in the back. I didn't, but that's the optimal thing you can do.
I have also determined the approximate location of the collector homeworld based on navigational data from their vessel.
It's your call, Commander. Whatever you decide, we're with you.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do the Reaper IFF. Here it's extremely important that you change to the cane.
Commander, you've received a new message at your
Pretty much run over if you don't. It's faster to go outside of the system and back in. than just going across. So we pick Miranda, then make sure to switch to the cane. And now we watch weird cutscenes.
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Geth.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's mass effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of the hurricane, huh?
Okay. So this is definitely the hardest mission of the game. I like to pick up some medial there.
Don't take too long. I'll have the ship ready to pick you up. Normandy out.
So first we're just gonna do a running simulator for a little while. Nothing special. But soon we're getting to the first important part of picking up heavy weapons ammo. And the first heavy weapons ammo crate is to the right here. Pick it up. Run down here. Make sure to shockwave these two husks. Put Miranda and Mordin over there. And then we're gonna go for the bypass. And hope that I don't get interrupted. And you usually don't. This one is the easier one. This is mandatory, by the way. Okay, so here, run down, past. Want to charge to one of the husks behind the Scion. Keep going, and then you're gonna run down to the right here, to pick up the second crate. Charge to the Scion up the stairs. Run down, and then charge to the next Scion here. Okay, Mordin has already died, that's bad. So the safe strat here is to kill both Scions. And then you're not gonna get interrupted. Activate, switch to the cane. As soon as you switch to the cane, you can open the door. Charge the cane as soon as possible and just shoot it on the core. And that's the Reaper IFF. Next mission is Hailstorm Rift Solvay on a moon. And we're gonna just do 2 node puzzles and another puzzle, pretty much. Pretty easy. And it's pretty fast. And this is Hailstorm Rift right here. And now we have to fuel up. You need around 700 fuel to do this last part. And here's the moon. It's to the far right. Okay, so the solution For the puzzle, I will go through it slowly so nobody misses. But first, just the regular node. So the solution is 1, 2. Make sure that you can activate this cooling unit. Then 1, 2. Activate this, and then 1, 2. And then the bypass. So it's pretty much 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oh no, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 bypass, and then you're done with the mission. Okay, so now we're gonna do Omega Father. I think it's called Lorik, the planet. And it's out of bounds. More out of bounds. But I have setups for this one, so it shouldn't be too hard to learn for you guys. It's to the far left, as you guys saw. Doesn't matter who you pick here, because we're not gonna do any fights. Okay, so first run up to this corner right here. Aim between the boxes in this little triangle shape. Then hold control, strafe to the left. Walk around. Go to this part and run straight into the wall. Then go to the right. Oh, I accidentally got up. There. Get stuck here. This is a corner. And there's two setups that I have. Either you look straight at this line, or you can do on this line too. It's a bit more precise. But to do here, this is a bit hard because you have to react more than the other ones. There we go. This part is pretty easy. You just go to the left, then hug the light here, and sprint. Then you just get up. Same way it goes here. Then run down. This is like the other ones. So watch a bit to the right, and then this mission is done. Now we're gonna go back to Omega. Well, not real Omega though. We're gonna go to the Omega 4 relay and trigger Joker. Okay, so the Joker part, this skip right here is super important. Just run over here, and it's definitely the hardest skip in the game. Here on this, it's really good if you're fast with your mouse wheel here, because you wanna like pretty much just scroll it all the time during this part.
Multiple hostiles detected on the crew deck.
Oh, he didn't fly. Interesting. Okay, so at this part, just hold W and mash spacebar while scrolling. And you should be able to do it really fast. Down here, instead of following the lights, we go to the left. the lights goes up there, just go to the left and take the another way, and you don't have to sneak past the Scion. And this is pretty much Joker. Just okay. Now we're gonna start to Omega 4 relay, and as most cutscenes, you're just gonna mash through the whole thing with scroll wheel until something happens.
Confirm destination, Shepard.
The collectors took...
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, for the Oculus, just pick Miranda and make sure to damage it as much as possible. Otherwise, it comes back for another round instead of a cutscene. Okay. I like to pick up some medkit and then switch to the cane. Okay. When you get to this part, just charge up the cane and shoot the Oculus in the face. And then you just watch more cutscenes.
We all knew this was likely a one-way trip.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Okay, so I split when I get to the loading screen right here.
What's next?
Joker, you and Edie get the ship back online. Miranda, gather everyone else in the briefing room. We need a plan.
Okay, for DLC you pick Jacob and Said. So you pick Jacob for the vent and Said to lead the fire team.
This isn't how we planned this mission, but this is where we're at.
So Jacob for the first option and Said for the second one. Okay, for the vents part you pick Mordin and Miranda, and make sure that you're mashing scroll wheel when exiting this. Then you don't have to do the slow animation for picking up your heavy weapons. But it only works if you have full medi yell. Okay, so here it's mostly doing perfect charges. So wait until you can charge the collector here in the back. Then we're not gonna activate any of the heat exchangers because Jacob is gonna die anyway.
Over by the ventilation shaft.
So we're just gonna go through this as fast as possible. Hello? Yeah, that was weird. Guess I'm gonna do a revive. Then charge down. Then you wait until this guy right here is flying in and charge to him. Just run past. I like to incinerate and warp these guys just to be safer. And then split as soon as you hit this button. Then you pick Miranda and you pick Said again to lead the fire team. So Mording grunt and make sure to put out concussive shot.
Moving out. Try to stay close, Commander.
Important part here is every time you talk to Miranda to move on, wait a little and don't mash, because sometimes the shield disappears and it's pretty much a soft lock and you have to reset and you lose a ton of time, at least like 1 minute to 1.5 minutes.
Interfering with radio contact. You ready for this?
Let's go, Commander.
Okay, so wait for the first collectors to fly by. And then concussive shot the Harbinger and shoot that is low. Something like that. Then check through this little spring here and kill the 2 collectors that's standing there, and then kill the 3rd one, and then kill the Harbinger. That's the fastest way to kill them, and Miranda's slow anyway, so you can like miss shots and stuff.
All clear. Let me know. Ready, Commander. Moving out.
For the next wave, we're gonna use the cane. The abominations and husk, you can just shockwave them. Use some abilities because you're just gonna cane all the collectors that are coming anyway. Make sure to shoot so it doesn't go over there or something, so everything dies. And go back to your assault rifle and just wait for Miranda to arrive to the last checkpoint. Here it's pretty important to do a good combat, so like shockwave these guys on the left a lot is a good strat. Use concussive shot to kill some of the husks, and make sure that everything dies as soon as possible and get as many as possible with the shockwave. Okay, so here comes the hard part. So there's gonna spawn a bunch of husks here, and you wanna kill the 2 first, and then use Reeve to be able to run to the exit. And it's pretty ballsy, but it works. Okay, on these waves it's really important to conserve your ammo for the Human Reaper. But you still want to kill all the collectors before they arrive. Like they're docked or whatever you want to call it. Because that's what triggers the next platform to come in. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna save this ammo. There's always 1 ammo here and 1 there. Sometimes 1 extra there.
Can't reach the target.
Focus on Shepard. We fight out. My attacks will tear you apart.
Okay, so I have max ammo, which is really nice. Usually you don't have max ammo. Okay, that was really good.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
So I'm gonna try to explain how to do the one cycle tubes as well as possible. But it's kind of important how you do the first fight that comes in here.
Not just any Reaper.
A human Reaper.
A human Reaper.
Precisely. It appears the collector's large tubes injecting the fluid are a weak structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse, and the Reaper to fall.
Give us a minute, Edie.
Okay,
We gotta take
so
care of some old friends
you
first.
want your brother mate's abilities to be off cooldown, so you just use them really fast here to kill these collectors. And then wait a little until they're up, then there. Okay, so as soon as you see the fragile square on these, you press shift, and you do incinerate, warp, and then you have to shoot these two yourself. And then reload and switch to the cane.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
Okay, so you wanna run. Oh shit, I fucked up. Okay, so run forward here to this spot somewhere. And yeah, sometimes he kills himself when you run up there. The other strat for killing him there is to vault over the first one, use warp and incinerate, then vault over the second cover, and then do heavy reave and charge the cane as soon as possible, and that should usually kill the human Reaper too if you get to switch back to the Maddock. But okay, that was the Mass Effect 2 tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, I guess, and